My wife, listen, easy as a man, is he? Cool as a cucumber, that guy.
Never seems to know people.
Daniel Dubois, for me, to win this fight, he's got to make it into an absolute bloodbath. He's not going to get a points decision against Alexander Usyk because he's not going to outbox him for the 12.
During the intense face-off, Alexander Usyk unexpectedly struck Daniel Dubois across the face, sending ripples through the boxing community. This wasn't merely a show of disrespect. It was a calculated message. Dubois reacted quickly with anger, but Usyk remained composed and cold, displaying the demeanor of someone fully in control. That moment wasn't about generating hype. It was Usyk establishing mental superiority before the battle begins. Later, when questioned about Dubois, Usyk's response was just as ruthless, delivered without hesitation.
Triple D! Triple D!
When asked about Dubois, Usyk didn't even flinch. No deep analysis or compliments, just cold indifference. That mindset, especially after delivering a slap, screams absolute confidence. To Usyk, Dubois is nothing unfamiliar, nothing to fear. For those paying attention, this isn't just a rivalry. It's a determined fighter focused on dismantling another challenger.
Did anything surprise you about Daniel?
No. It's a boxing. Boxing don't have surprise.
Alexander Usyk has already made a bold statement with a single slap, casting a calm yet chilling aura over the entire scene. Now, Dubois steps into that charged atmosphere, attempting to ignite conflict with his words. He talks about chaos, control, and triumph, but it all comes across as a reaction to Usyk's lead. Usyk set the pace, and Dubois is scrambling to match it. Whether confident or not, the weight of expectation is unmistakable.
Confidence, I'm ready to seize victory.
Is it about throwing the kitchen sink?
It's about getting victory, seriously, you know. I've worked hard for it and now I want to cause chaos in the ring and restore it with order, with victory, so that's my...
Duke McKenzie didn't hold back. While he might support Dubois against most heavyweights, Alexander Usyk is on another level entirely. Too clever, too skilled, and far more experienced. This isn't just a fight, it's shaping up to be a masterclass. Dubois may pack serious power, but Usyk brings a strategic puzzle that's hard to solve. And just when the conversation seemed completely tilted, Duke unveiled a nickname that perfectly captures the situation.
Previously, if Daniel Dubois was fighting anybody else, I'd back him to win, 100%. But in Alexander Usyk, you know, because when I watch Usyk fight, and I've studied him, you know, he's a cruiserweight coming up to the heavyweight.
Duke McKenzie was straight to the point, explaining why Usyk stands in a league of his own. That sharp slap during the face-off wasn't just about pride. It was another statement in Usyk's unbeaten worldwide journey. He's conquered hostile arenas time and again, and now Dubois is next in line. Duke is certain this relentless intensity from Usyk shows no signs of fading.
It's beaten. There's 7 times that he's come over here. We should change his name to the Magnificent 7 because he's been over here 7 times. He's left the Ukraine, and 7 times he's gone home a winner. And that's not luck. It's not luck. That's a sign of...
Carl Froch didn't just hype up Usyk. He outlined a legendary career marked by skill and ruthless dominance. Usyk's amateur record remains unmatched, and his move into the professional ranks turned him into a nightmare for fighters across multiple divisions. When Froch calls him the king, it's no exaggeration. Usyk has toppled champions, silenced arenas, and broken down fighting styles with precision. Having defeated Anthony Joshua twice and Tyson Fury twice, he operates on another level entirely. Now, as he faces Dubois again, that slap during their face-off went viral for a reason. It wasn't just heat, it was a clear message. Usyk only respects true power, and Dubois has yet to prove himself. That slap carried years of legacy in a single moment. Froch's assessment says it all. This isn't Dubois' comeback. It's another chapter in Usyk's reign of dominance.
Undisputed cruiserweight king. Simple as that, king. It's the only word you can use to describe and define this guy. He's a king of the cruiserweight division. Then he steps up to heavyweight and he reigns havoc. He's beat AJ twice. He's beat Tyson Fury twice.
Carl Froch offered a sharp tactical insight that perfectly explains the slap at the face-off. Usyk's move wasn't a simple act of emotion. It was a calculated attempt to shake Dubois mentally. Froch points out that if Dubois fights recklessly, Usyk will exploit him with precise angles, slick movement, and devastating counters. This is where psychological warfare turns into a weapon. The slap was just the opening trap. Usyk excels at making his opponents fall apart from within. Dubois can't afford to lose control, but his aggressive reaction after the face-off showed that he already might have. Froch emphasizes that pressure is crucial, but only smart pressure counts. Dubois throwing wild punches with a clouded mind will only play into Usyk's hands. This battle isn't about brute strength, it's about brains under fire. And based on the face-off, Usyk holds a commanding edge.
Dubois comes and puts it on him and tries to iron him out, the more Usyk will be able to just maneuver around in semicircles and walk him onto shots. So Dubois can't go mental early doors. He can't just stick it on him and try and render him unconscious. He needs to take his time. But I think the tactic needs to be...
Peter Fury tried to stay neutral, but ultimately leaned in favor of Usyk. Sure, Dubois has made progress. He's stronger, more mature, and perhaps even sharper. But there's a big difference between growth and true elite status. Usyk is already a fully developed fighter, shaped by years of experience facing bigger and tougher opponents. Peter acknowledged that the real challenge is landing a hit on Usyk, and that's where most fighters fall short. The slap at the face-off wasn't just about showing bravado. It was a calculated warning. Usyk confidently stepped into Dubois' space and struck first. If Dubois can't prevent that moment, how will he survive 12 rounds? Peter's message is clear. Usyk's ring intelligence is simply on another level. That slap exposed the gap in composure, timing, and psychological strategy. This isn't about who's more dangerous. It's about who can control danger. And right now, that's Usyk.
I love you, man.
Buddies? Like they were family friends? I mean, can you imagine Muhammad Ali or like Joe Frazier having dinner together? What? Can you imagine?
Lennox Lewis summed things up like only a true legend can. Having faced the best, he recognizes those qualities in Usyk. The hard work is done. The track record is undeniable. And that slap? It was a mental knockout. A clear sign Usyk isn't here to exchange words, but to dominate. Lennox highlighted pedigree, the very thing that sets fighters like Usyk apart from contenders like Dubois. Champions don't just train harder, they think smarter. That face-off moment wasn't reckless. It was calculated intimidation. Lennox didn't have to explain it in detail. The message was obvious. Usyk's experience, class, and ruthless focus give him full control of the situation. If a boxing legend like Lewis believes Usyk is built for this challenge, then Dubois has more than just punches to worry about. He's up against history itself.
It's not an easy task, but he's definitely the man that can go through with it. He's done the work, he's gone through the pedigree, and he's a certified champion. So, I think he has big hopes on doing it.
Ben Shalom came to Dubois' defense, pointing out that he lasted 9 rounds in hostile territory. But let's not sugarcoat the reality. Usyk publicly slapped Dubois and challenged him to respond. This wasn't just a fighter trying to get under his skin. It was a ruler reminding a challenger who's really in charge. Shalom talks about Dubois surviving the lion's den, but that slap showed he's still behaving like prey. Yes, lasting 9 rounds is impressive, but survival doesn't mean dominance. And in that high-pressure environment, Dubois cracked. His reaction, immediate anger and loss of control, speaks louder about his mental state than any excuse after the fight. Meanwhile, Usyk stayed cold, calculated, and untouchable. Ben wants fans to see Dubois as a victim of circumstance, but now, given a second chance, he's fallen into the same mental trap again. Usyk isn't worried about the referee. He's already sending warnings before the first bell even rings. That slap wasn't a stunt, it was a test, and Dubois failed it once more.
Oh, sorry for Daniel on Saturday night. He could have become, on another day, with a different referee in a different location, whether it was the right decision or the wrong decision, he could have become...
Tyson Fury couldn't fully mask his doubts about Dubois. While he wished him luck, he stopped short of making any bold predictions. The truth is, Dubois isn't the favorite to win. That hesitation isn't just politeness, it's a realistic assessment. Now, add the slap into the mix. Usyk stepped up, slapped Dubois across the face, and took command of the mental battle without missing a beat. This wasn't a show. It was a champion sending a clear message to everyone, including Fury, that his dominance is both physical and psychological. Fury mentioned the body shot that once knocked Usyk down, but the key difference is that Usyk got back up, fought through, and finished strong. Fast forward to today. Usyk is the one striking first, even before the fight begins. For Dubois to win, he'll need to summon strength from a place he hasn't yet shown he can endure. Fury can hope all he wants, but when a man is slapped in front of the cameras and can't turn the tide, it says it all. The mental pressure is undeniable. Even in his cautious words, Fury seems to know Dubois might be heading straight into a nightmare replay.